Welcome well.
To be fair, the batteries are dying.
Yeah, so. True. Yeah, I had to go through. I don't know if someone's been putting in dead batteries into that battery box, but I had to go through like 2 different sets of batteries when playing Kingdom Hearts because they kept pulling out dead batteries.
I suggested we...
Is the Toys R Us one... Either that or the Toys R Us ones are faulty.
I was going to say, I suggested we shouldn't have used them because they're Toys R Us. And as such will become a collectible.
Toys R Us still technically exists in A form. Not as Toys R Us, but like, like how I said about off-recording, how Commodore UK survived even though Commodore collapsed.
Yeah, so...
a couple Toys R Us stores, I believe, have survived under a new name now. Or like how... there's still one Blockbuster that exists because it was too profitable to close.
Yeah.
We're here. Oh, wow, that was quick. Dry Rock Gulch. What the heck?
Full of bloodworms.
Oh, I thought they were going to give us an achievement. There's a...
Just ask if I was wet.
Okay.
Oh,
he asked if it was high noon. Oh. Okay, so he's still part of the attraction, as it were.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's not going to turn hostile or anything.
Not unless we,
yeah, we'll
take a fight.
Don't hit him then. Yeah, more death and destruction than I was expecting, but we're having a good time, aren't we?
So, the Wild West.
I'll play along.
Well, howdy there, Sheriff. Looks like you got some pesky varmints here in the
Wow.
that need straightening out.
I don't know about varmints, but we got us some no good outlaws hold up in.
Yes, outlaws.
We could sure use a hand around here. What do you say? Want to be
This is how you have a conversation. What's really...
Wait, what's really going on? Sure.
Or play along.
Not sure. Your choice.
I think I asked what's really going on.
So you already know. Continue playing along, I guess, then.
I guess I could bring a little law and order to these.
It's also funny.
Yeah.
You got yourself a deputy.
After all this time, in this final DLC, the voice actress for Ferret here finally actually put some effort into her lines.
They were like, we need you to try, please, just
Although,
once.
to be fair, this is her trying to be... This is more her just being awkward.
Yeah.
Which just seems to be how she voice acted things in general with the character.
Kiri, can you stop just staring at her?
Yeah, that's creepy. She doesn't even... Oh, there she blinked.
Why is she tilting her head like that? What's she looking at?
Oh, speaking of Ike...
I also like how they went through the effort to put reflections on the helmet.
Speaking of Ike...
They didn't even make mirrors.
Fire My Heroes, to its credit, although, like, say, Easter time, it's fan servicey as heck and all that. New Year's tend to be, kimonos and such. Although I think there was one New Year, or close around to New Year, which was kind of like, it was, like, supposed to be based off, like, a dream, but, like, it was all kind of like, almost Greek-inspired, like, Greek god-inspired. So it's, like, very flimsy robes sort of thing.
Yeah.
As the Greeks do.
Yeah.
But Valentine's Day is interesting because rather than like a heartsy or romantic, or like a lot of people will tend to veer onto a more erotic side or something like that for Valentine's and stuff like that. They do Renaissance Fair for Valentine's in Fire Emblem Heroes.
I'm down with Renaissance Fair.
The first one you had.
Are you suggesting that Renaissance Fair isn't sexual?
Roy, Lilina, Hector, and Lynn. But this year, it was called, I think it's Grail's Devoted.
Okay.
And, which is, Ike's dad.
And
it's Grail, Mist, Ike, Soren, and Titania. In the sort of Renaissance Fair thing. Of course, it's hilarious having Ike and Soren in any Valentine's Day thing.
Yeah.
How can we make this seem imply they're even more that they're gay? Ah, Ike, the one character who never marries and instead just leaves with his friend. Play along.
Hold on to your hat, one-eyed Ike.
Just play along with everything.
Okay.
If your shooting is as fast as your mouth,
That sounds wrong.
Are these
now we can have a shootout without you being properly.
Are these robots more aware than they let on then? Because there's a lot of you can interrogate them, you know, with your questions.
This out, 2, 3.
You know, so are they more like a Codsworth sort of thing?
I don't really know.
Because like, what do they answer with if you know, pry into it?
I don't think they are. I think they are just...
Because you know,
Robot.
the way those implies, you know, that sound implies that they can answer more, and that's I like that pistol. So what do you sharpshoot at?
We have a duel.
I count to 3.
Oh.
Then we draw. 1, 2, 3. That was some fancy.
Ah, neat. You can,
There, partner. You
and he doesn't turn aggressive. Awesome.
No.
hope you show those outlaws what a real deputy
I just love how terrible they sound.
To be fair, they've lasted a good long while.
They have.
for that 6-shooter.
Honestly, if you tried beating this area...
Children's attraction where you gave a gun. Yeah, if you try to beat this
If
area,
you
what?
try to beat this area using that, it's gonna be hell. Because it's everything you fight is bugs.
Mm.
So many bugs.
But yeah, you know, the Valentine's Day is always rather sweet in the Fire Emblem Hero Self stuff. Speaking of Fire Emblem Heroes, though, there was also a was it the CYOA sort of thing, the character vote thing.
Yeah.
The third one, I think, this year. Yeah, the third one happened. Weirdly enough, Marth didn't place in the top 4 again. I thought he was almost assured, given he's placed basically the exact runner-up each time. He's been third each time.
Yeah.
But once again, Marth didn't place. The 4 winners are Alm, Messiah, Elliewood, and Camilla. Because apparently people wanted even more Camilla outfits.
That doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
I think it's more that there's a large amount of people who are very vocal against the amount of Camilla stuff we get, because it's almost entirely for fan service reasons. I mean, there are good points of the character, I'm sure, but what people are most prominently known her for is the thing that is most prominent on her figure.
Yeah.
You look hard there, stranger. You know what you
That'll be motherfucker.
The root-based flavour with teeth.
Nuka-Cola. Wild.
Also, we can get another... There's a lot of unique Nuka-Colas you can get from this. I
Yeah.
mean, kind of makes sense, but...
Is a big out here in Dry Rock Gulch. That's why I want you to
What?
handle tending the bar. I got 3 orders of drinks. I need you to deliver.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's a little question. I was about to say, that's strange. You're giving us your job?
Basically.
I'd be cool if you could turn this place into a bar play along.
Dry Rock Gulch are about to meet the friendliest bartender in town.
No offense if someone talked to me like that, I'd run.
You'll be delivering.
She sounded almost like she was a voice actor from Oblivion for a moment. Prospector Owen, Miss Trixie, and Handy Hank. Thing is, this is like kind of a cool
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
So, here's Prospector Owen.
Okay, so they used actual people.
Yep, taking his hat.
I guess, you know, they were actors to play along. Okay.
He's doing good.
Does that still count as you giving him it?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, because otherwise it popped back up with the quest marker.
Ah, okay. So,
Worms.
do you have anything you want to talk about, or should I start up another conversation?
A wounding submachine gun. Yep.
I would hope some machine gun would do more than wound, but okay.
I'm also over encumbered now.
As to be expected.
I played Magic the Gathering.
Do you want to talk about that, or do you want me to...
I can talk.
And I was just asking if you wanted to talk about it, you know, because I've got plenty of things I can talk about, it's just... I don't like to steal all of the spotlight in conversation.
I'm not really fussed. You know me. I'm okay with just kind of sitting and playing the game whilst you do your thing.
Sure.
I'm
Well,
gonna have to drop the revolver, I think, because I'm over encumbered again.
drop something else then. You got 2 Versappers. You only need 1.
That's true. No, and you weigh 2. What do I... It says something in particular that's weighing me down a lot. I have a lot of Nuka-Colas.
Do we need stealth, boys?
We have stealth.
And we don't need drugs.
Drugs don't weigh enough for it to really matter. It's 0.1.
Well, I guess, whilst it's relevant, and I will make a confession here. Every time you've left the room, Rafi, I have talked about the same subject over and over again.
Okay.
Every time you have left the room since about summer of last year, I have consistently talked about Jump Force.
Okay.
Even though I had no interest in it myself, you know, the graphics were rather unappealing in how they presented it.
Do you want to know what the amazing thing is?
And I wasn't expecting too much of it based off what I'd seen of the character roster so far. Yeah,
Every time I've edited, I've never noticed.
That doesn't surprise me. I was expecting you to bring it up at some point, but no.
It's probably the gator claw meat that's weighing me down.
Yeah.
So let's drop some.
I mean, you could store it somewhere, and that way you could come back to it.
I can come back to it if it's on the floor as well.
Okay. Yeah.
I think you can make gator claws anyway. They spawn somewhere.
Yeah. So I've consistently talked about Jump Force each time, but now the game is actually out. So that's reason enough to talk about it again. Jump Force
Ants
has gone far beyond my expectations could have imagined.
in what? Terrible or good?
I would never have thought that people would be saying, I'm going to enjoy watching Jump Force for its Sonic 06 levels of cutscenes. Or,
Wow.
it's impressive that Mass Effect Andromeda has competition for how stilted everything looks.
That's terrible.
Jump Force is a bit of a train wreck.
That's a shame.
So where to begin with it? It's not terrible in every area.
Is the gameplay good?
There are some good parts of the gameplay. It's not perfect. The problem is that when it comes to arena fighters, it's outdone by games that have both recently come out and games that have previously come out. It's not as good as Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, for instance. It's not as good as Spike Chunsoft's previous games they've made, such as Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi series.
Told me all about the California Gold Rush. Fun and educational.
Now that's good to hear. You played fine.
Wow. You think Ferret's just kind of lost her mind a bit?
I'm surprised Curie hasn't chipped in on any of this.
Why not
She's probably very concerned for our mental health.
Nuka-Cola? Wild.
Woo!
No, please don't. Stop giving me Nuka-Cola. I'm running out of inventory space. I
Well, just walk to... It's not like you need to run from these parents.
have,
They're
have
easy
like
to
a
defeat.
goddamn gallon of
They're easy to defeat.
meat.
Oh, thank goodness it's the new deputy.
Word sure got around quick, didn't it?
My herd of giddy-up buttercups have all fled the
What? Giddy up Buttercups? That sounds more like a monster than these guys.
They're children toys. They're
Okay.
You know the little horses.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Kiri.
You kind of walked into that.
This place is so violent that she bludgeons them.
Sorry about that, giddy up kid.
corral my missing.
Sorry, the giddy up kid.
Yeah. Play along.
Rustle up some horses for you, huh, cowboy? I'll be back before sundown.
It sounds like Ferret's trying to wear down from all this. Just, you know, like us after the Silver Shroud dialogue. As our throat starts to die out.
It's literally just like, oh, they've gone to get some tasty Nuka-Cola, basically. It's like, yeah, sure, horses drink Nuka-Cola.
Yeah, you know,
I
the
really
problem.
like
The problem,
the
is, of
design
course,
these venomous ones.
the gameplay is compared to other arena fighters, it isn't as good. It like Naruto and Storm is much better than it. Mainly because Spike Chunsoft have basically built off the engine they've done for previous ones, such as J-Star Victory Versus, which wasn't well received in terms of the gameplay element. It was fun, but there's like no chance of it being considered competitive. Like that, you know, it's too imbalanced. Interesting. And One Piece Burning Blood, which also wasn't rated that highly. I also think the Sanji effect is still in place from One Piece Burning Blood, but I'm not 100% sure.
Sanji effect?
Wherein Sanji can't hurt female characters.
Oh. Sounds like
I think that's in effect, but I'm not sure.
Sounds
It
like
would go to explain why there's only like 3 female characters in the entire roster.
still really dumb. Because it kind of means it's like, what's the point in playing Sanji if there's a chance you just physically won't be able to win the fight?
Apparently more chance of playing Sanji than Deku.
Why?
Deku is apparently absolute trash bottom tier.
Is it because he hurts himself?
Someone even made a video, I think it's Kamishiro Click Click, made a video basically as like a training montage thing of them managing to get into the top 100 using just Deku because of how bad Deku is in the game. That it's considered such an achievement. His long range attack, his flick thing, is out-prioritized by everything.
Oh.
So like if there's 2 projectiles, his will lose out. If a character uses a rush attack, his is likely to lose out and not actually stop him in time.
Really?
His
I think the only thing you'd have going for him would be his melee attack.
His melee attacks tends to be a bit too long-winded for some of the combos. His heal drop attack has some uses, but not in the conventional way, because often he'll end up jumping over the person when using the heal drop. And his ultimate seems to have a short range, so he doesn't hit him often, and also is again out-prioritized by others. And also, as a melee character with terrible projectile, his ultimate knocks the opponent at the opposite end of the arena.
Oh.
Putting them in a better position than him. At least from what I can tell from this video. There were some cool things the person did with Deku, but they were mostly... one of them was unconventional. They did the heel drop attack, and Deku couldn't immediately dash backwards from the heel drop to pursue the opponent. So when the opponent jumped out of the way of the heel drop, they were able to immediately dash with Deku to the opponent and get a hit in. Which is really impressive, because you wouldn't have been able to see your opponent.
Imagine dying to a Coke machine.
They were also able to... Deku's grab is also really good. You can combo it well.
Interesting.
And his slide kick allows him to avoid... From the looks of it, allows him to avoid some high attacks. Which, of course, they use the infamous Deku joke of... I know, I have legs! Jolly good, giddy up kid. Jolly good.
Why do you need like a safe combination to get into the mines where the criminals
It's a
have
fun
ordered
children's game.
Why are the criminals in the how did they get in there if they need the safe combination?
Um,
I know it's a fun children's game and it is kind of cool.
But yeah, let's see. So things to know about. This game has a Jump Force has a character creator,
Yeah.
which they didn't reveal. It's decent in the costume department. And I've seen some people create some pretty crazy characters. Problems, however, is that it's less in depth than Dragon Ball Xenoverse, because you can't change your character. You're like. Character's build is like barely a difference. Like you can't make a character as short as say Boruto in the game, and you can't make him as tall as buff as say, well, you can't even make him as tall as buff as Goku, let alone some of the other characters. They all basically look like anime weeb teenager.
I mean, kind of makes it funnier
In
a way.
The create characters have mostly just been pleasantly terrible. There's also, because of the almost complete lack of female characters, almost no reason to make a male character when, you know, just to add some more, it feels right to just make a female one. Because they surprisingly have a ton of costumes for the female characters still, like it's equal parity. Despite how they've only got, like, 3 female characters. Which are Boa Hancock, of course. Kaguya from Naruto, which is a surprising choice. And I think Rukia is the only other one. The guy was playing a drunk for...
Yeah, he
for
was the town's drunk. I love how posh he sounds.
So he's like trying to be a serious Hollywood actor.
Yeah, in a...
It's funny, I've been playing Final Fantasy IX, and it's hilarious seeing the Mogs say those lines.
What?
Final Fantasy IX, like, there's a Moogle trapped in ice. Vivi unfreezes the Moogle with fire, and his first line is, "You bastard!"
Oh. Why?
Because Vivi just set him on fire!
Well, yeah, but it was with good intention.
Yeah.
I'd
It calms down quite quickly, but, you know, of course he wasn't quite aware that he'd been frozen in the spot.
I guess that makes sense. God damn it.
But yeah, I have more I can mention about Jump Force, because, oh boy, there's more that can be mentioned about Jump Force.
Like...
But we'll save that for the next episode, because we're past 20 minutes.
Okay.
And he's off to the mines!
Yep.
You ready, partner?